How can you be a bad welder? Hey, I'm Fink, lead instructor of Training Center 2 building here at Western Welding Academy, and this is how you can make yourself a bad welder. So first up, not showing up on time. Not showing up on time to the job site, that is a good start to being a bad welder. Well, and it shows you got bad work ethic, but also we're all here at a certain time. So if you don't show up, you're delaying our schedule, our time frames for that project, setting yourself up to be a bad welder. Next up, having a really bad attitude. So being on the job site with a bad attitude not only brings the morale down of everything, but you having a bad attitude basically deems right there, you don't want to be here, let alone you may be acting as a bad attitude thinking you're better than everybody else, when in reality, you're really not. So other people besides the bad attitude people in there is the prima donna people out there. Those welders, they automatically think their head is so big, they're better than everybody, they won't weld on things that are dirty, bad fits, whatever it may be. They don't want to touch it unless it's perfect for them. So these people also think on the job site, their welds are the best of the best, nobody can outdo them. But all the people out there that have been on these sites or the experienced ones, they know those prima donna welders, their welds are just average, if anything, close to average. I don't know why they think they're the best, but for some reason, their ego just gets to them. So if you were delusional thinking your welds are the best of the best, all the experienced ones here know that you're not the best. So keep on trying, but we all know at the end of the day, you ain't right thinking that you're the best. Next up, asking way too many questions on the job. When you're new on the job, yes, we know that you are gonna ask questions about things, reassurance that you're doing it correctly. But if you ask the same question again and again and again, and I give you an answer every time for the simplest of tasks, not only are you wasting your own time, but you're wasting everyone else's time here on this job. Another way to be a bad welder is not having thick skin. Emotional maturity is very crucial in our industry. You can't be a princess on the job site. What I mean by that is you gotta be able to take the jokes from your fellow coworkers, the ragging on, the constructive criticism, because in our world, we like to beat each other up, but it's a mutual thing. We go back and forth. But if you're gonna be a little princess about it, you can't take it, have that thick skin, you might want to try something different. Well, I haven't scrolled Facebook much today, so. Hold on, I'll be with you in a minute. So being on your phone constantly is a big sign of a bad welder on the job. So being on your phone constantly, having your foremans, your leads, superintendents always catching you on it, let alone probably getting on you about it, always being on there, let alone just shows one, bad work ethic, but also you don't really care about the job. Maybe you don't even care about the paycheck itself. That phone is more important to you than getting that job done, getting paid, and going home. So if you always want to be on your phone, maybe just being a keyboard welding warrior is the job for you. Also, another way of being a bad welder is not holding yourself accountable for your bad actions. So if you're always messing things up, getting called out for mistakes you made, but your answer to everything is blaming everyone else, or it's the machine's fault, it's Billy Bob's fit up, whatever it may be. At the end of the day, you're the welder, you took on the weld, you made the mistake, you fix it. At the end of the day, it's our responsibility once we light that arc up. Don't be the one blaming everything around you that basically your bad weld is something else's fault but your own. So the way that your employer is going to look at this, you're the one that's being paid to perform that job. So any issues that arise, it's your responsibility to find those solutions to the issues, not somebody else. Not saying you can't ask a question if you are truly lost at how to figure out this problem. Yes, ask the question, but at the same time, it is your responsibility, especially if you're an experienced one. You should have already been through all this of how these problems arise and what the end results are with the proper solutions. So this one really gets under my skin from time to time. Doing something as simple as picking up a broom and cleaning up after yourself. Or even too, when you see people out on the job, your fellow coworkers, all that, maybe they're falling behind on what their project they're deemed to do that day, hopping in and helping out. If you're just there, oh, I made my weld, I'm just gonna stand here while everyone else is struggling around me, or just my work area is messy, that really gets under my nerves. That just shows pure, absolute laziness. And last but not least, if you wanna be the absolute worst welder, person, teammate, coworker, however you wanna put it, show up to the job site under the influence of alcohol or drugs. If you'd rather do that than get your paycheck, I want nothing to do with you. I can't believe I even have to say it, but showing up to the job site sober, let alone keeps your mind clear, everything, so you work safe, keep your fellow coworkers safe. But the welds we make, operating heavy equipment, everything, is all crucial. So if you show up to the job site not sober, you're messed up in the head, all that kind of stuff because you're taking something, one, you're not gonna perform good welds or anything. So right then and there, if you're, say, welding a bridge or anything like that, making bad welds, that's a scary thought to think about. So listen, you're not Motley Crue, you're not Guns N' Roses, you're not some big shot rock star where you think you can get away with this stuff. You're a welder. Act professional like a welder does. So to wrap things up, to be a good welder, not a bad one, you gotta come in with a positive attitude, keep that work ethic up, have a clear mind, and the drive to produce the best work possible that you can. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, but if you wanna be a good welder, go to applytoweld.com and get over here. Kind of like Scorpion there, get over here.